Welcome everyone, as more people are joining. I put a link to a Spotify playlist in the chat. Otherwise, you're welcome to play whatever music you like at home. Just beginning on our backs. Just finding a comfortable position. Just starting to come into your practice. Starting to notice your breath. Noticing if there's any areas of tension in your body. Maybe your shoulders, your jaw, and just breathing into those places. Uh-oh. Breathing here. Slowly start to hug your knees into your chest, just rocking your hips from side to side. And then start to drop your knees over to the right, just finding a gentle spinal twist here. Breathing here. And coming back through center, drop your knees over to the left. Arms can be at a T or maybe cactus arms, depending how much room you have. Coming back through center, hug just your right knee into your chest. And then send it straight up towards the ceiling. We'll take a hamstring stretch here. You can grab your leg wherever works. Maybe your hamstring, your calf, maybe your big toe. Just taking a stretch here. Sweetie, this is a Mies, the German Shepherd. And then starting to plant the sole of your left foot, bending your left knee, cross your right ankle over your left knee. We'll take a figure 4 stretch, lifting your left foot and grabbing underneath your left knee. Just rocking your hips from side to side here, stretching it out. And then letting that go, send both legs long, then hug your left knee into your chest, sending your left leg straight up to the ceiling. And then just taking a hamstring stretch here. Grabbing where it works, your quad, your calf, maybe your big toe. And pressing your hip away from you, pressing your leg into your hands. Then start to bend your right knee, planting the sole of your right foot on the floor. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Lifting up, and we'll take a figure 4 stretch here. Maybe rocking your hips from side to side. Hugging both knees into your chest, just start to rock forward and back. We'll meet in a comfortable seat here. Just sitting up tall. Start to drop your right ear towards your right shoulder, just stretching out your neck. And lifting through center, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Just coming back through center, send your right fingertips in front of you, flexing them back towards your face, gently pulling back with your other hand. And then stretching your wrist in the opposite direction, fingers down. We're gonna spend a lot of time on our wrists this morning. And taking the other side, flexing your left fingertips back towards your face. And stretching your fingertips in the opposite direction. We're gonna take a seated tree pose here. Extending your left leg out to the side. Keep your right leg bent, bringing the sole of your foot to your leg. And then start to bend over towards the left, bringing your right arm overhead. Just taking a side body stretch here. Then lifting up through center, plant your right hand down, lifting your hips, just stretching in the opposite direction, reaching your left arm overhead. And coming back through center, bring the soles of your feet to meet for Baddha Konasana. Inhaling here, and your exhale, fold forward, bringing your nose to your toes. Rolling up. We'll take seated tree pose on the other side, this time keeping your left leg bent, send your right leg out to the side. Bringing that left arm overhead. Really opening up, feeling your right ribs lifting up, lifting your top rib cage. And stretching in the opposite direction, left hand plants, right arm reaches overhead, lifting your hips. And then letting it go. Cross your legs, plant your hands. We'll come into tabletop position. Knee sit. Planting your hands. Just rocking your hips from side to side. We'll take a couple cat-cows here. On your inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. And then your exhale, round. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. And exhale, round. Just moving through a few more rounds at your own breath. Really filling up. Starting to engage your Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Should make a little sound here, like an ocean wave. Just coming back to center, extend your right leg out to the side, and then walk your hands forward, just pressing your hips back, stretching out that hamstring. And coming back through center, walking your hands back underneath your shoulders, maybe rocking your hips from side to side, working that out. We'll take the other side, extending your left leg out to the side this time, gently walking your hands forward and pushing back into your hips, stretching out that hamstring. And coming back through center, returning your hands underneath your shoulders. Start to tuck your toes and lift your knees to a hover, 2 inches off the floor. Holding here, pulling your belly to your spine, starting to engage your lower abdominals. Drop your knees, inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, round, pulling your belly to your spine. Inhale, drop your knees, lift your heart, finding a little cow pose. Exhale, round, pulling your belly to your spine. Inhaling here, and exhale, press your hips back, downward facing dog. Maybe just pedaling through your feet here, plugging your shoulders into your back, really spreading through your fingers, trying to spread that energy evenly throughout your whole hand. Dropping your heels towards the floor. Take a slow walk to the top of the mat, grabbing opposite elbows, finding ragdoll. Maybe bending through your knees a lot here, rocking your weight from side to side. And releasing the grip, slowly roll all the way up to standing. Stacking your shoulders over your hips. On an inhale, lift your shoulders. Exhale, feel them gliding down your back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, open. And just finding your mountain pose here, palms facing forward. Receiving energy. And letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Really energizing through your legs and feeling the energy of the earth pulling upwards through your body. Engaging through your core. Maybe taking a moment to set an intention for your practice. Maybe just staying focused and present throughout your practice, letting everything else go. And really just be here with your breath and your movement this morning. On an inhale, arms rise overhead. And exhale, draw your hands to heart center. One more time, inhale, arms rise overhead. This time on your exhale, fold all the way forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to your shins, maybe the earth, maybe blocks or couch pillows. Exhale, fold. Planting your hands, step back, finding your high plank. Finding yourself in a straight line here, making sure your head isn't dropped, no tension in your neck, nice and straight. Pulling your belly to your spine. On an inhale, pull forward. And on your exhale, lower halfway, hugging your elbows into your rib cage. Inhale, pull forward, finding your upward facing dog, untucking your toes, energizing through your legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in and exhale out. Breathe in and out. One more breath here. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. On your next inhale, step or float your feet to the top of the mat, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. On your next inhale, arms rise overhead. This time, cactus your arms, lifting up to bend back, opening your heart towards the sky. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, pour the body down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Maybe moving through your chaturanga, but knowing that your chaturangas are always optional. You can always modify by dropping your knees or skipping them all together. Step your right foot in between your hands, keeping your back knee lifted, finding your runner's lunge here. Then plant your left hand on the inside of your right foot. Inhale, spin that right arm up to the sky, finding a twist here. Maybe stay here. Maybe you step your right foot back to meet your left. We're gonna take a side plank here. You can always drop your bottom knee for a modification. Holding in your side plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Passing through high plank. Maybe you take a vinyasa, maybe press straight back to downward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. This time, step your left foot in between your hands, planting your right hand on the inside of that left foot. Spin your left arm up to the sky. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you step your left foot back, taking a side plank or a variation or modification. Holding in your side plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Passing through high plank, we'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step or float your feet to the top of the mat, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, we'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands, finding that runner's lunge. Plant your left hand. Inhale, spin that right arm up to the sky. Maybe taking some wrist circles here. Keeping the twist, rise up, following your right fingertips with your gaze. We're gonna take an open twist to the right. Deep bend in that right leg, energizing through your back leg. Inhale, send that right arm high, finding your crescent lunge. Deep bend in your right leg. Inhale here. Exhale, fold forward, airplaning your arms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane forward. One more time, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. Bending into your right leg, keep your right leg bent. Step your left foot up to meet your right. We'll meet in chair pose at the top of your mat, Utkatasana. Weight in your heels here. Slight tuck of your tailbone, ribs knitting closed. Shoulders relaxed, arms long. Inhale here. Exhale, fold forward. Heel toe your feet hips width distance. Grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold for Padangusthasana. Knees can bend a lot here. Using the strength of your biceps to find length in your spine. Then releasing the pose, release the grip, heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, stepping or floating back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Put your right hand on the inside of your left foot and inhale that left arm up to the sky. Maybe taking some circles with that left wrist here. Following your left fingertips with your gaze, keep the twist and rise up for an open twist to the left. Grounding through your left big toe, energizing through your core. See if you can twist a little bit farther. Exhaling here. On your next inhale, left arm rises, crescent lunge, facing the front of the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, fold forward, airplaning your arms back. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, fold, airplaning your arms back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, crescent lunge. This time on your exhale, bend into that left leg, step your right foot up to meet your left, Utkatasana. See if you can sink a little bit lower this time. Maybe challenging your balance by lifting your heels. Inhaling here, and exhale, fold. Heel toeing your feet hips width distance. This time slide your toes onto your hands, up to your wrist creases for Padahastasana. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, fold. Weight forward in the balls of your feet, giving your wrists a little massage here. Maybe rocking your weight from side to side. And just breathing here. And then letting that go. Release your hands, heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping or floating back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Plant your left hand on the inside of your right foot. Spin that right arm up to the sky. Keeping the twist, rise up, open twist to the right. Then maybe start to work your right hand onto the back of your left thigh, lifting your left arm towards the ceiling, taking a little back bend here. Two arms rise, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Send your right fingertips forward. Breathing here. Deep bend in that right leg, really pressing your knee over the pinky edge side of your right foot. Really stacking your shoulders over your hips, making sure you're not leaning forward, nice straight line. Inhale, reverse your warrior, flipping your palm. On your exhale, we're gonna come into side angle pose. Right forearm can come to your leg. Maybe your hand comes to a block on the inside of your right foot. Maybe it comes all the way to the floor. Just really opening up your left side body, gazing up at your left hand. Breathing here. Bringing your left hand to the floor, walk your hands to the left. Just finding a wide-legged forward fold. And folding here. Breathing here. Inhale, lift up halfway. And start to walk your hands forward, finding a wide-legged downward facing dog. Pressing your hips back, stretching it out. Walking your hands back underneath you. Start to sink into your right hip, coming into Skandasana on the right, flexing through your left toes. Hands can stay on the earth, come to heart center, or maybe bind around your right leg. Not for me this morning. And if you're up here, that's perfectly fine too. Just finding what works for your hips this morning, breathing into the stretch. Walk your hands to the right to frame your right foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left, maybe stepping straight to downward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands, finding your runner's lunge. Plant your right hand, spin that left arm up to the sky. And then keeping the twist, rise up for your open twist to the left. Gaze follows your left thumb. Start to bring your left hand to the back of your right leg, sending your right arm up towards the sky, taking a back bend here. Grounding through your left big toe. Inhale, two arms rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two, sending your left fingertips forward. Arms long lines of energy. Sending energy from your back all the way out through your fingertips. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Finding whatever variation you took on the other side, hand can come to your leg or to a block. Sending your right arm overhead. Opening up your side body. This time, rise back up to warrior two. Turn both heels in and both toes out, bending into both knees. Coming into goddess pose, hands to heart center. Just like in warrior two, pressing your knees out over the pinky edge side of your feet, stacking your shoulders over your hips, making sure you're not leaning forward. Sink your hips maybe a little lower. Straightening through your legs. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, bend back into goddess, hands to heart center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend. Maybe you lift your heels. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend. One last time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend into goddess. Just parallel your feet, straightening your legs. Bind your hands at your lower back. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, fold forward, coming into Prasarita C. Just stretching out your shoulders, letting your hands fall overhead. Releasing the grip. Start to sink into your left hip, coming into Skandasana on the left, flexing through your right toes. Finding the variation with your arms that work, maybe hands at heart center, maybe on the earth, maybe you start to bind here. Just breathing here, stretching out your hips. Continue walking your hands to the left to frame that left foot. Step your left foot back to meet your right. We'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, pull forward, touching your right knee to your right tricep. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, leg rises. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Plant your left hand down. Inhale, spin your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, rise for that open twist to the right. On your next inhale, listen carefully. We're gonna rise to high knee, bending into your right leg, All in one motion, lift your left knee. Beautiful. Send it back for warrior 3. Grounding into your right foot. And carefully, with as much control as possible, gently bring your fingertips to the floor for standing splits. Maybe fingertips come to 2 blocks or couch pillows just to bring the floor a little closer. Coming into your standing splits here. Relaxing through your neck, hips nice and square. Keep your right fingertips planted on the earth for a block, and spin your left fingertips up to the sky for Ardha Chandrasana. Stacking your left hip on top of your right. Breathing here. Carefully bend into your right leg, planting your left foot down, coming into your side angle. Right hand comes to a block or maybe the floor on the inside of your right foot. Maybe you take extended side angle pose this time, reaching your left hand overhead towards your laptop. Maybe taking the bind if that's in your practice. Maybe you start to heel toe your left foot to the top of your mat, grounding into your left big toe. Carefully lifting your right leg for bird of paradise. Stacking your shoulders over your hips. Just lining yourself up like blocks. And then if you came up, coming back down with as much control as you came in, we'll meet in side angle pose. And then framing your right foot with your hands, step your right foot back to meet your left. We'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to left tricep, pulling forward. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands, finding that runner's lunge. Planting your right palm down, spin that left arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, rising for that open twist to the left. Inhale here. Exhale into the pose. On your next inhale, high knee. Bending into your left leg, lift your right knee. If you fall out of it, coming right back up. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 3, sending your right leg back. Carefully, with control, bringing your fingertips to the earth or blocks for standing splits. Breathing here. Weight forward in the ball of your left foot, relaxing through your neck. Now opening up, keep your left fingertips down, send your right arm up towards the sky, stacking your right hip over your left for Ardha Chandrasana. Breathing here. Bend into your left leg, step your right foot back. We'll meet in side angle pose. Maybe taking extended side angle pose this time, reaching your left hand overhead towards your laptop. Maybe taking the bind if that's in your practice. Maybe you heel toe your right foot up to the top of your mat and lift your left leg, grounding into your right big toe. Engaging through your core. Whatever happened, coming out the way you came in, we'll meet back in side angle pose. Breathing here. Framing your left foot with your hands, we'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, right knee rises. This time on your exhale, step your right foot on the outside of both hands. So 2 hands on the inside of your right foot. Finding your lizard's pose here, you can stay up on your palms, or maybe you come down to forearms, hugging your right knee in. Breathing here. Now listening carefully, we're gonna take one more side plank. You can take a forearm side plank if you're on your forearms, turning your left forearm parallel to the front of your mat and stepping your right foot back to meet your left. Maybe you're up on your palm, that's totally fine. Maybe you reach your top arm overhead towards your laptop. Maybe you drop a knee, holding here for 5. Maybe you lift your top leg, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to high plank or forearm plank, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant your right palm, plant your left palm, high plank. Inhale, exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Breathing here. On your next inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands, finding your runner's lunge here. Spin your back heel, rise right up, warrior 2, cartwheeling your arms open. Inhale, reverse your warrior. This time, straighten your front leg. Now on your exhale, carefully touch down for triangle pose, Trikonasana. Hands can come to your leg, maybe to a block. Maybe fingers meet all the way to your right big toe. Really opening up here, feeling flat like you're in between 2 panes of glass. Not a lot of weight in that right hand. Just breathing here. Maybe you challenge your obliques by lifting your bottom up all together and sending it towards your laptop. And lifting all the way up. Bend into your right leg, lift your back heel. We're gonna come back into crescent lunge. Send your arms out to a T. Listening carefully, we're gonna come into eagle pose. Maybe all in one motion, your left leg comes over your right, your left arm under your right. Hands can always come to your shoulders for a modification here, finding your eagle pose. Bending into your right leg, grounding into your right big toe. Inhale, lift your knee, high knee. Exhale, warrior 3, keeping those eagle arms. Inhale, back up to high knee. Kick your left heel forward towards your laptop, straightening your leg. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Unwinding your arms, bring your left foot to meet your right. Breathing here. Coming back to your Tadasana. Heel toe your feet, hips width distance. Inhale, arms rise overhead. On an exhale, drop your right hand down by your side. Just bend over to the right, left arm overhead. Lifting up through center, bring your left fingertips by your side, your right arm overhead, just stretching over to the left. Coming back through center. On an inhale, 2 arms rise. On an exhale, sit your hips down, coming into Malasana. Maybe heel toe your feet out a little bit, maybe toes start to turn out a little bit. Just finding your Malasana. Opening up through your shoulders, making sure you're not hunching in your back here. Pressing your knees over the pinky edge side of your feet. Just breathing here. Maybe you stay here. Maybe if Bakasana, crow, is in your practice, maybe taking an arm balance, or maybe trying it out if you don't usually because you're at home and no one's watching. Maybe putting a pillow in front of your head just in case. Starting to find your chaturanga arms, pulling your elbows in. Maybe you just start to lift one toe off the floor at a time, bringing your knees onto your triceps. Really gazing forward, lifting your heels. And then whatever just happened, we're gonna meet in downward facing dog. Maybe taking a chaturanga, maybe stepping straight back. Breathing here. On an inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, pull forward, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot on the outside of both hands, finding your lizard's pose. Maybe you stay up on your palms. Maybe you come down to forearms, hugging your left knee into your shoulder, keeping your back knee lifted. Breathing here. We're gonna take another side plank. You can take a forearm side plank or up on your palm, either way, or a modification by dropping your knee. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Maybe taking your arm up and over. Finding what works. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming through forearm plank or high plank. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant your palms, lifting up, high plank, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands, dropping your back heel. Inhale, arms cartwheel open, warrior 2. Breathing here. Inhale, reverse your warrior, straightening your front leg. Exhale, carefully tilt forward, dropping down into Trikonasana. Keeping it a really active pose here. Maybe you start to challenge your obliques by lifting your left arm, sending it towards your laptop. And rise all the way up, 2 arms rise, bend into your left knee, lift your back heel, crescent lunge. Sending your arms out to a T. We're gonna take eagle on the other side. You're gonna cross your right leg over your left, your right arm under your left. So inhaling here, on your exhale, eagle pose. Maybe you can take a modification with your hands, that's perfect. Leaning back a little to stack your shoulders over your hips. Inhale here, exhaling. On your inhale, high knee, lifting that right knee. Exhale, warrior 3. Grounding into your left big toe. Inhale, high knee. Exhale, kick your legs straight forward, flexing your foot. Inhaling here. And exhale, unwind, letting that go. Right foot meets the left, shake it out. Heel toeing your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Inhale, arms rise. On your exhale, sinking down into Malasana one more time. Inhale, arms rise, standing all the way up. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sit. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Breathing here. Start to plant your right palm on the outside of your right foot, spinning your left arm up to the sky. Try and keep your weight even in between your 2 feet. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you take the bind around your right leg. And letting that go, passing back through center. Taking the other side, plant your left palm and spin your right arm up to the sky. Maybe you stay here, maybe you start to bind around that left leg, just breathing here. And then letting that go, come back through center. Maybe taking another crow here, or hanging out in Malasana. Giving yourself one more chance, keeping your weight forward, maybe starting to lift your heels, really engaging your core, keeping your weight forward. And then maybe stepping or shooting back, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Then just drop your knees here, we'll take a child's pose. Bringing your third eye to the mat, knees together or apart. Just giving your heart a chance to slow down a little bit. allowing your breathing to return to normal. Coming back to your breath. If you've lost your control over it a little bit. Coming back to your intention. Coming back to your mat. Start to walk your hands over to the right of your mat, maybe placing your left hand on top of your right, taking a side body stretch here. And walking your hands over to the other side, maybe placing your right hand on top of your left this time. Breathing here. And walking your hands back forward. This time, pull yourself all the way forward, coming onto your belly. Just bringing your third eye to the mat, sending your hands back. Just breathing here. Start to engage your legs, lifting your kneecaps off the floor. And then start to lift forward and up, lifting your shoulders first off the mat, and lifting your hands, and lifting your legs. Breathing here. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, let that go. Maybe bending your knees, windshield wipering your legs from side to side. Extending your legs long one more time. This time, bind your hands at your lower back, returning your third eye to the mat. And on your inhale, lift everything off the mat that will go. Lifting forward and back and up, hugging your legs together, but keeping any tension out of your neck. Release the bind and send your hands straight out to the side. And then all the way forward. Send them back out to the side and back. Maybe from here, start to bend your legs, reaching for your feet with your hands, kicking into your hands with your feet, lifting up. And then exhale, let that go, turning your opposite cheek to the mat. Maybe windshield wipering your legs from side to side. Extending your legs long. Place your hands under your shoulders and then walk them out a little ways, tenting your fingertips like Spider-Man. On an inhale, lift up. And on an exhale, just bend into your right shoulder, stretching it out. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, stretch out your left shoulder. One more time each side. Inhale through center. Exhale, bend into your right shoulder. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bend into the left shoulder. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, fold forward. Returning your palms underneath your shoulders, elbows up like a cricket. Tuck your toes, lifting your knees, engaging through your legs, engaging your core. And maybe all in one motion, you lift up, finding your high plank. And exhale, find your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Maybe taking some hip or ankle circles here. Stretching it out. Maybe flipping your dog if that's in your practice, touching your right toes down, lifting that right arm overhead. Inhaling back through center, three-legged dog. On your exhale, step your right foot to the outer edge of your mat, two hands on the inside of your foot. But this time, drop your back knee, spinning onto the outer edge of your right foot. Again, maybe you stay up on your palms, maybe you drop to forearms. Maybe you gently press that knee out to the side, stretching out the outside of your hip here. Maybe you start to bend your back knee, reaching for your foot with your hand, adding a little quad stretch here, just stretching it out. And letting that go. Coming back up onto your palms, heel toe your right foot back into the center of your mat, and flex back, coming into Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Hands can come to two blocks on either side of your leg. Just breathing into the hamstring stretch here. You're also welcome to take full splits if that's in your practice. And pulling forward, just heel toe your right foot across to the left edge of your mat. We're gonna come into resting half pigeon. You can always place a block underneath your hip here, just sinking down. Working your right shin parallel to the front of your mat, working your hips nice and square. On an inhale, lift your heart. On an exhale, maybe start to walk your hands forward, maybe making a little pillow with your hands, bringing your third eye to the mat, maybe propping yourself up on forearms. Just finding what works this morning for your body. Breathing into the stretch, practicing staying in something that maybe isn't so comfortable. Just not worrying about exiting the pose. Just breathing into where you are and practicing just staying there. Be carefully starting to walk your hands back up. Maybe staying here, maybe taking a slight back bend. Maybe starting to bend your back knee, reaching for your foot with your hand or your forearm. Maybe you even reach your right arm overhead, taking a little bind here. Breathing here. And then letting that go. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Taking whatever movements help your body to return. Maybe a couple cat-cows. Maybe you lift that right leg again, taking a couple more hip circles here. Eventually we'll meet back in downward facing dog, just breathing here. On your next inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bend your knee and open your hip, maybe taking some hip or ankle circles here. Maybe flipping your dog if that's in your practice. Dropping your left toes down, lifting your left arm overhead. Inhaling back to three-legged dog. Then your exhale, step your left foot to the outer edge of your mat. This time dropping your back knee and spinning onto the outer edge of that left foot. Maybe standing up on palms, maybe dropping to forearms. Maybe gently pressing that left knee out to the side. And opening up through your collarbones. Maybe you start to rock over your right knee, reaching for your foot with your hand, adding in a little quad stretch here. Just breathing here. And letting that go, press back up onto your palms, heel to your left foot to the center of your mat, and flex back for Ardha Hanuman. Maybe bringing hands to blocks on either side of your foot. Maybe taking full splits if that's in your practice. And just breathing here, squaring off your hips. Allowing your hamstring to release. Pulling forward, heel toe your left foot to the right edge of your mat. Coming into your version of pigeon this morning, maybe sitting on a block or blocks. Maybe staying upright. Maybe starting to walk your hands forward, bringing your third eye to your hands. Just finding what works and then breathing into the stretch. Maybe starting to walk your hands back up. Maybe stay here. Maybe you start to bend your back knee, reaching for your foot with your hands. Maybe you start to reach that left arm overhead, taking a little bind here. Just breathing here, working your hips nice and square. And then letting that go, sit onto your left hip and swing your right foot around to meet your left. Take Baddha Konasana one more time. Inhale, lift your heart, and exhale, fold forward, nose to toes. Carefully roll back up, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Use your hands to bring your knees together. Take a couple seated cat-cows here. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Inhale, just stack your shoulders over your hips. We're gonna take Navasana, boat pose. Maybe starting to lift your feet, supporting your legs with your hands. Maybe extending your hands straight forward. Just breathing here. Bringing your hands to your heart. Inhale here. On your exhale, twist to the right, sending your left leg long. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the left, extending your right leg long. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, twist to the left. 2 more times. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale through center. Send your hands forward. Maybe your legs long. Lower to low boat to a hover. Don't drop your head. And exhale, let that go. Breathing here. Start to bend your knees, planting the soles of your feet on the floor. Maybe rocking your knees from side to side. We're gonna take one back bend here, just one. You can take bridge or wheel. I'm gonna cue bridge. So just stacking your knees over your feet, extending your hands forward, toes grazing your heels, rolling your shoulders back, press into your feet and lift your hips, hugging your knees together. Maybe you start to work your hands underneath, finding a bind here. Hugging your legs together as if you had a block in between your legs. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully releasing. Just hugging your knees into your chest, rocking your hips from side to side. And then start to rock forward and back until your toes touch down overhead. Coming into plow pose. Maybe starting to drop your toes overhead. Or you can just stick a block underneath your sacrum and stick your legs straight up to the ceiling if you'd rather. Otherwise, coming into plow pose. Just breathing here. Allowing your lower back to release. And if you're in plow, maybe starting to take shoulder stand, supporting your back with your hands and sending your legs straight up to the ceiling. Just allowing your blood to rush in the opposite direction. Breathing here, working to take any crease out of your hips. Dropping your toes back over your head. Carefully roll all the way down. Extending your legs forward. Prop yourself up on your forearms. And then just arch the crown of your head towards the floor. Just taking fish pose, the counter pose here. And letting that go. Hug your right knee into your chest, just giving it some circles. And circling the opposite direction. Draw your right knee all the way across your body, taking a twist here. Maybe gazing to the right, if it's okay with your neck, or straight up. Coming back through center, hug your right knee back into your chest, and then extend it long to meet your left. Hug that left knee into your chest, giving it some circles here. And then circling in the opposite direction. Send your left knee all the way across your body, taking a twist here. Maybe gazing to the left if it's okay with your neck. And coming back through center, hug that left knee in, and then send it long. Hugging both knees into your chest, reach through your legs, grabbing for your feet from the outer edges for happy baby pose. Maybe rocking your weight from side to side here, but really extending your tailbone down towards the mat, making sure it's not lifted. Tailbone nice and down. Maybe extending one leg long and then the other. If you have room, which I don't. Just breathing here. And then taking any other organic movements that you need to finish out your practice. Eventually we'll meet in Shavasana, but there's no hurry to get there. And just finding a position that you can be still in. When you're ready, just laying it all out, relaxing your shoulder blades, opening your palms up towards the sky for receiving, but also sending anything out that you no longer need. Just breathing in the good and out that which no longer serves you. Just allowing yourself to be present here. Letting everything go which has already happened or which may happen in the future. Just knowing that now is important. Now is where you make the choice how you're going to be today. You're going to be happy. You're going to breathe. Just letting the earth hold you here. Breathing into any areas of tension. The space between your eyes, your jaw, your neck. Just feeling the breath fill these places and letting the tension dissipate. Letting your shoulders roll back. Feel the breath moving up your body as you inhale. And out all the way down through your toes as you exhale. Feeling as if you're lying on a beach. And the breath is like the waves washing over your toes. Breathing in. And as you exhale, the tide goes out. And just letting go of any control over your breath. Letting go of your control over anything. Knowing that all you need to do is just be here. And then slowly start to bring your awareness back in. Starting to notice your breath again. If your attention wandered. Maybe starting to invite some gentle movements back into your fingers or your toes. Some wrist or ankle circles. On an inhale, take a full body stretch, reaching your arms overhead, growing long. And on an exhale, roll to one side. We'll take a couple breaths in the fetal position. Just breathing here. Carefully start to press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Eyes can still be closed or gaze soft. We'll seal our practice. Just breathing here, rolling your shoulders down your back, sitting up tall. We'll take one more breath all together, deepest breath of our day. On an inhale, arms rise overhead, gathering up all the air. Opening your fingertips in a gesture of openness. Closing your fingertips, exhale your hands past your third eye to heart center. Thanks so much, everyone, for practicing with me this morning. I'm so happy everyone's here supporting the studio. I'm so grateful for all of you in our community who were able to come together during this time. Inhaling here. On our exhale, we share the word namaste. Thanks so much, everyone. I can't remember if I reminded you, but my name is Sarah. If you haven't practiced with me before, so happy you're here. Please email or message with questions. Thanks, everyone. Bye.